Hi everyone, I'm Mark. This is the Biz Lounge. Tuesday and the FTSE 100 trading higher today. Earlier up just over 0.5%, it's 7,158. Now we had full year results from online supermarket group Ocado today. The company reported an almost 15% rise in revenue to 1.2 billion. Pre-tax profit though up just 1.3% to 12 million. Investors have been waiting a long time to hear some news of an overseas deal. And they were disappointed today because Ocado didn't really give an update on that, except to say that talks were continuing. Now, Ocado is run by ex-Goldman Sachs banker Tim Steiner, who's always famously saying that dividends just aren't on the horizon for the company. Now, I don't really like companies that don't reward shareholders. Even the shares themselves haven't been particularly rewarding or impressive in recent times. This chart shows how they're more than 50% lower than their all-time high of £6 back in February 2014. I'm keeping my eye on Ocado because I want to see what happens if and when news of this overseas deal materialises. The shares are up almost 5% a bit earlier at £2.56. They were higher initially, but the market's cooled since then. Big boss time, and today it's the UK Markets Policeman, the Financial Conduct Authority, that's in the spotlight because it's just issued the biggest fine in its history. The regulator laid down a £163 million fine on German bank giant Deutsche Bank for seriously failing to implement its anti-money laundering controls. It said the bank's inadequate internal measures and controls meant its Russian subsidiary was able to execute almost $6 billion worth of so-called mirror trades. This is where stocks were bought in rubles and sold at the same time in dollars. And also another $3.8 billion in dodgy trades. Other dodgy trades were also discovered. The New York regulator also fined Deutsche Bank $425 million for similar crimes. Just doesn't pay, does it? Just think of all that money that could have gone back to shareholders if they just kept their noses clean. Well, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter.